Nestled on the southern Cumberland Plateau is the beautiful countryside of northern Alabama. And during this 2-day camping trip with Mason and Jimmy, we quickly realized that this is one of the more unique hiking regions in the state. Join us on this epic adventure on this episode of Build the Dream. You ready?
What is up? I'm ready for a 4-hour drive. It's a cot. It's very comfortable.
As with any great destination, half of the fun is in the journey.
Oh, what is this? What is this?
In case you're coming through North Georgia, you'll likely pass through small towns with festivals like this. And when you do, might as well stop by, walk around. People here in Summerville are so nice.
My key lime cake.
We've got to go. Where is Tony? Where might he be? Tony!
Gonna stop at a small Alabama town. I actually really like small Alabama towns. Scottsboro, known for its picturesque setting framed by the Appalachia foothills. It has many neat shops like this. You took all of these pictures?
Yeah, those three there and the ones behind you back there. I'm the co-owner of River's Edge Gallery here in Scottsboro, Alabama. We have the Tennessee River, we have mountains, creeks, rivers. But if you want to hike, there's a great place called the Walls of Jericho. It's up on Cumberland Mountain, and it is awesome. It's about a 6-mile round trip. Pretty good going down, but it's kind of strenuous going up.
You want to do it?
Let's go.
And after a roughly 3-hour drive, not including stops, we arrive at the first hike.
Jimmy, first time on Build the Dream. How you doing? So we're at the Walls of Jericho, 6.6 miles, apparently one of the best hikes in Alabama. At the way end is the Tennessee border. So we're here in Alabama, about to hike to Tennessee.
Let's get it. All right, here we are. We're making our way down to the Walls of Jericho. They're known as this amazing geological formation. These vertical walls that go straight up.
They call it the Limestone Cathedral, baby.
Let's go. A little slick.
It's the craziest tree I've ever seen. Guys, check this out.
Got struck by lightning or something.
Y'all ever been in a tree before? It's so crazy.
So many people say that the Walls of Jericho is one of Alabama's best hikes, and the first view of the terrain didn't disappoint.
It's getting steep. Really steep. Woo, it makes me dizzy looking down. Clear water.
At the bottom of the canyon, 3.5 miles in, we saw one of the more unique geological formations none of us expected.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Walls of Jericho! It is so unique. Truly like a giant bowl within a small canyon. The name was given by a traveling minister in the late 1800s, who was reminded of the biblical story, the Battle of Jericho, where the city's walls famously came tumbling down. Because you're surrounded by cliffs on both sides, it kind of feels like you're enclosed within a really small canyon, but in reality, you're in a much larger, more spread out canyon, because the hike down, it was a straight downward hike, striking geological area. Over time, various cool shapes. But now I'm gonna go up to that little center place right there. What's up there?
It's really cool.
Whoa, what is this? I actually don't think most people come to this park, but this is probably the coolest park. This is insane.
So pretty crazy down here, but it's not too difficult to traverse down here. Easy to do. Your average person can make it happen. But I do think like a lot of people stop at that point with the low waterfall that's like barely trickling down there. So you gotta push past that. Getting here, not that bad, but this is the cool part right here.
Oh, it's sweet down here, man.
There's the waterfall, then there's the bowl, then there's the limestone cathedral.
Nah.
That's how I think about it. A great hike, now 3.5 miles, going straight up.
Yeah, very steep.
But it's gonna make the food taste better. All right, we're at Jackson County Campground, roughly 30 minutes away from the hike.
First hike was quite successful, I would say. A little strenuous getting back. That's the thing though. It's like, you gotta know your abilities going down a hill, because you gotta realize the harder it is coming back up. You don't get to see something like that. You're definitely in this like bowl of this canyon rock face. The rock face goes straight like vertical up, and it looks pretty cool. It has this like echoing chamber that happens in there, and so you don't get to see that too often.
Good morning, 7 a.m. Picture perfect day, not a cloud in the sky. You excited for today?
Let's do it.
To start day 2 of this trip, we decided to quickly stop by a drive-up lookout known for having one of the best views in the region, which is Weathington Park. And if you come here in the morning time, it's like heaven.
Oh my gosh. So the local we met yesterday that owned that shop, he takes a lot of pictures. He recommended this place, and it is stunning.
That's great. And this is like a 30-foot walk. I like it.
But it turned out it was just 12 minutes from our campsite, so we had to come here and check this sunrise out. Absolutely beautiful. This cloud's in the background. Check that out.
Apparently the sun sets somewhere in that vicinity, but when the sun rises over there, it really highlights this area.
We live in the neighboring state of Georgia, and I never really hear anyone talking about the countryside of northern Alabama. But the land here is very different and very scenic. And after a 40-minute drive, we arrived at another one of the most popular hiking trails and destinations in the state. This is Little River Canyon.
So this is one of the deepest rivers east of the Mississippi. Some of the depths go down to 600 feet. Pretty amazing. Let's go check it out.
One of the nation's longest mountaintop rivers. Here we are at the first overlook, Little River Canyon. I think we came here, perfect time of year. The leaves just starting to change. Looks very, very beautiful. Truly, highly recommend a visit here. The first overlook right off the trail as soon as you get here. The lighting.
Step by step, the highway sounds grew distant and the river sounds increased as we descended down into the depths of the canyon. Not sure when you're watching this video, but in the 2020s at least, most of us spend too much time on our screens. I say that while I edit this video on my screen, while you're watching this video on a screen. But Jimmy is a dad, I'm a dad to my almost born daughter, and no matter where you are in life, age, or where you live, it's not too late to travel. And if you can hike or do trips with your friends and family, actively try to live a little bit more and more off the screen and more in real life, no matter what it is. And nature is a good way to do that.
I would say this is better than the first overlook. What do you think?
This right here, yeah, this is cool.
When most people think of Little River Canyon, they think of that first overlook, but they don't think of the second area down here, which in my opinion, and Jimmy's opinion, so much better. It's actually kind of amazing how easy of a hike it was for how great of a reward this place is.
I would have to say North Alabama is very beautiful. It's actually underrated. I had no idea it was such a beautiful place. So it's great to come out here and experience it for yourself.
Live in real life. Oh, I forgot to mention that it's free to come here and free to do Walls of Jericho as well. Some hikes, they charge a fee. Not these. Also, only 8 miles away, Fort Payne, a very nice, southern, charming Alabama town. Gonna go check it out. So now we're gonna walk around Fort Payne downtown. What is Fort Payne known for? It used to be the nation's leading provider of socks.
It's also where the band Alabama originated. There's a museum up the street that hopefully we're gonna check out. Looks like Alabama was voted Entertainer of the Year for 3 consecutive years by Country Music Association. Very nice. Probably know most of the music. Alabama, this is gonna be awesome.
I thought Alabama was just a state. Jimmy's dream come true right here.
This is a cool surprise. This is awesome.
What?
Look at this guitar. Sharp guitar. This is their first way they toured in this bus right here, or van, or whatever you want to call it. Thing's actually in pretty good shape still. Yeah, it's called Wild Country.
You want to see a real mustache? That's a real mustache. That's a real mustache. And that is a real mustache. This place is so cool. So on our way back, we ran into the Lindale Mill, which is in Georgia. However, it's still really cool to see. It used to be a manufacturing plant, I believe. Now, I think it's an event center and just a really cool thing to check out. And why we stopped here, it's not just about the destination, but it's about the journey there and the journey back in whatever it is you do. Isn't it cool, dude?
Yeah.
So even though I make these hiking videos with my friends roughly every month, this journey reminded me of a few things that I consistently forget. 1, every adventure is much better with your friends or family. 2, the world is beautiful. And 3, just because you're older doesn't mean to stop being youthful. And if it's money you're worried about, hiking adventures or traveling to different cities don't always have to be expensive. Camping is nearly 10% the cost of a hotel, and hiking is mostly free. And in case you need ideas of what to do, this channel can help. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, allow your phone in your hand to be a tool to figure out more fun ideas, to travel and live more in the present moment. Don't allow your phone to be your entire life. But just in case, if you're ever on the coast of Georgia and you want an idea of what to do, check out this video here of hiking Cumberland Island. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.